Okay, so I hope you've all had a look at your rectangular prism and you've found the volume of the original rectangular prism and then the volume of when you made the length twice, the width twice, and the height twice. Remember, these are 3 different prisms compared to your original prism. And then I hope you've found the surface area for this one as well, okay, using the other video. Now, I want to go past this triangular prism because this triangular prism is the hard one, okay, so we're going to leave the hard one for last. Let's do the cube, which is easy. Now, what's the difference between a cube and a rectangular prism? A cube is just a special kind of rectangular prism because if you have a cube is just made out of squares, okay? So here we want to do the same thing that we did for the rectangular prism, but we want to do it for the cube, okay? But the thing with a cube is that if you change one side only, it's not a cube anymore. So when we change the sides of the cube, we have to change all of the sides, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a cube that's 2 by 2 by 2, okay? Flip to your back page and you can see, if we look in the pictures here, can you see my pictures here somewhere? These are the pictures from the back page. Can you see here is my original cube? It was 2 by 2 by 2, and then I doubled it and I made it 4 by 4 by 4, and then I took my original cube and I made it 6 by 6 by 6, and then I made it 8 by 8 by 8. So my cube is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you look in my box of shapes, you're going to see in actual fact that I don't have the giant cube because the paper doesn't come out the printer big enough to make the giant cube. Okay, so remember, if we look at our original prisms that were rectangular prisms and we look at our cubes, they're going to work out very, very much the same way. So let's go back, and then remember we've also got this other data sheet. Where did my other information sheet go? I can't find it. I think I've closed it. Okay. Remember, you've got that other set of formula sheets. If you look on the other set of formula sheets, I can't show you on my computer screen, but if you look on the other set of formula sheets, if you go to the page that says volume, there's one of them that will say what is the volume of a cube. Okay, can you see here's cube, and it says to find the volume of a cube, you take the length of one side and you raise it to the power 3. So you can go to this cube table, okay, and you can write the formula in here. How do you find the volume of a cube? The volume of the cube is if you take one side and you raise it to the power 3. So the volume is going to be 2 times 2 times 2. Yes, work it out in your head or work it out in your calculator. Write the answer in this box here. Then we're going to look at the second cube, and the cube must now have sides all of 4, 4. What number belongs in this box if it's a cube and all the sides are the same? Put the number in this box. I think it's 4, don't you? Just put a 4 in this box, okay? Now find the volume of this cube using the formula that you wrote here. The volume of a cube is the side raised to the power 3. So in this box you're going to put the answer of 4 times 4 times 4 in here. And then this one we're going to do for a cube, but now the cube has sides of 6 times 6 times 6. We're going to put the volume in here, and finally 8 times 8 times 8, the answer goes in here. Yes, you may use your calculator. Okay, so the volume part is very easy. You can stop the video here and fill out all the numbers in the cube volume box. And then I'm just going to carry on and explain the cube surface area when you press unpause, okay? So right in here, the volume of a cube is side raised to the power 3, and then you're going to take these numbers and do the maths to fill out this column. You can use your calculator. Okay, now let us go and have a look at the pictures. Okay, look at the pictures on the last page. Here's my original cube, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We want to talk about the skin on the cube again. We want to talk about this cube over here. Remember, the surface area of a cube is like the skin on a cube. So if we unfold this cube, we will get a net like this. Okay, I hope you've all made a net of a cube at some stage. What is this cube made out of? Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. Okay, because the cube's got 6 sides, so the cube is made out of 6 squares. So what is the formula for area of a square? The formula for area of a square is the side squared. So if the side of this cube here is 2 by 2, each of these blocks is going to be 2 times 2 is going to be 4 square centimeters. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. Okay, so if I've got 6 squares and each of them is 4 centimeters squared, how many have I got altogether? 6 times 4, 24 square centimeters. So that is the total surface area of my smallest cube. If you like, you can have a look on that piece of paper that I gave you, and on the piece of paper that's got all the formulas on, there's an example with a cube that's got sides of 7 centimeters. It says to find the total surface area of a cube, you go 6, because the cube is made up of 6 sides, multiplied by the area of each side, so it's 6 times side squared. So if you like, 6 times side squared is the total surface area. You can go back and you can write this formula next to the cube box. Okay, and once you've written the formula here, you can work out how much surface area is covering all of these different cubes, the smallest one all the way to the biggest one. So remember, it's like adding together 6 squares, and each square will be in this cube 2 times 2. In the second cube, each square is 4 by 4, because that's what the face is made of. So then go and have a look at your net. Okay, and the net for this cube will look exactly like the net for the first cube. Okay, it's just bigger. And then what we can do is we can say, if we're looking at the second cube is 4 by 4. So my squares here, this one side will be 4, this other side will be 4. So the area inside here will be 16 square centimeters. And all of these are identical. Okay, all of these are identical. So we can either say 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus whatever, 6 times, or we can say 16 times 6 is my total surface area. So see the example over here and see the formula over here on your formula sheet. Okay, so that should help you with the cube. The cube is really easy.